My name is Adrian Nantchev, and this channel is all about helping you become a remarkable entrepreneur. So click on the subscribe button below and press the bell notification right next to it for the latest uploads. Now, when it comes to making money online, it's worthwhile, like other things in life, it's worthwhile knowing what not to do just as much as knowing what to do. So, there's no rule in life. We're learning, always learning, and there's no rule to say that we can't learn from other people's mistakes or we can't learn from other people in general. So I want to share some concepts that I have learnt, picked up, or etc. that I've realised about how not to make money online. Like the first one, for example, is MLM, multi-level marketing. Multi-level marketing is a damn good place to expand your comfort zone, meet new people, connect and learn new things, which is amazing, great. But on the flip side of that is you're always going to be conscious that some of them are pyramid schemes or scams or Ponzi schemes. Some of them will get in trouble with the SEC, the Securities Exchange Commission in the States, or the FCA, the Financial Conduct Authority in the UK. Some of them have some shit business model, so you've always got to ask yourself, where's the money? Follow the money. What have you got to do? What have you got to sell? What products have you got to pay for? What have you got to do exactly? Where is the money going from? Where's the money? Follow the money, and you'll follow and understand what the business model is. I recently heard about a business, a documentary called Betting on Zero, which is Bill Ackman. I think he's a hedge fund manager. He's exposing Herbalife as the supposedly world's biggest pyramid scheme. I can't comment on any of these things. I haven't watched documentary and I know nothing and no one from Herbalife, so I couldn't say. But the point is that these will have shady practices. Maybe, maybe not. But they're a damn good place to learn stuff about sales, marketing, psychology, camaraderie, other people, team building and leadership. They're a good place to expand your comfort zone and to get started. But at the same time, you must understand that they might not be around forever. Some of them are. I think, I forgot what it's called, not Avon and another one. I know Avon's been around for a while. I remember it years ago. But another one, I forgot what it's called. That was started in the 50s, but I can't remember what it's called. But anyway, the point is, you have to be sceptical of them. Sceptical of the business model, and if the guy behind it has got a shady past, forget about it. Because I come to realise that once a con man, always a con man. I can think of 3 names right now, and I shan't name them, that they're essentially con men. One of them I know in person, but I've not seen him in over a year. But be careful of these people. There seems to be that with MLM, you either want to be the first one to join, or you want to have a massive following behind you. So in the first 24 hours of signing up, you've got like 100 people in your downline. Because when those people sign up, you know, your money just skyrockets through the roof. You're going from one scam or one MLM to another. And in the inner circle, you're saying to people, okay, we started here at the bottom, where it's cheap, and then we're essentially going to leave just before it crashes. So this is like a 3-month time span. So in 3 months, jump ship, sell, whatever, get out, and then I'll find something else and move on to the next thing. So it might be coordinated scam artists working together. I don't know. But the thing is, they build a reputation over time. People say they're shit online, so be conscious of that. Be conscious that once a con man, always a con man. MLM's a good place to start, but it's not always that potential for the long term. The real winners in almost every MLM aren't the people at the top of the pyramid, it's the people who started the pyramid. They're the real winners, by the way, so be aware of that. Other thing worth understanding is that passive income, it is possible to live on a beach, sipping a pina colada with a laptop in the sun, working on your business. It's totally possible. Because all that is leverage, systemization, delegation and processes and automation, stuff like that. That's totally doable. But the thing is, it takes a lot of energy, a lot of time, a lot of grinding, which I'll get onto that in a moment, a lot of momentum building to get to that stage, and then it takes marginally less but just as much energy in different areas to maintain it. So you can't always start a business on a Monday and then by Friday you're working on the beach. It's totally doable, but these things take time and energy, and it takes time and energy to maintain that lifestyle as well. It's not just you won't just start on the beach. Well, okay, but you won't just like, and you won't just be like, you won't just start on the beach and it's all successful from day one, because it takes time to build to that level. When you're on the beach, for example, you have to essentially automate and leverage other people's time and delegate your work out. You have to essentially focus on income producing activities. Like, for example, on this YouTube channel, it's only just me right now. I'm recording the video, I'm writing the stuff, I'm uploading it. Uploading process can really be outsourced to somebody else, because the writing and the uploading is purely the income producing activity. Admittedly, I don't quite know how, but even the writing can be outsourced, but I need someone who understands the stuff that I know, because I don't want someone who's like here and I'm like up there and I'm like, write about this, that and the other, and they're not writing it to the same level, unless they write it and I refine it. So that could work, yeah. So the recording and the editing can be totally done from a beach somewhere, and the editing could be done to a virtual assistant that has the password and here's the files, here's the thumbnail and all the rest, uploading it, and then I can be on the beach or recording another video. So it is totally possible to be on the beach, but it takes a lot of energy and a lot of momentum to get to that stage, and that is the real caveat to it. It takes energy, so be conscious and aware of that. Also, understand that when it comes to entrepreneurship or making money, you have to enjoy the process as well. You have to enjoy the grind. You have to enjoy the day-to-day stuff, because if you don't enjoy, for example, if I don't enjoy recording the video, doing the podcast, or even going on live, YouTube live, then I'm not going to enjoy I'm not going to be successful in it. There are two components to business and entrepreneurship, and most things in life, really. Whatever you're doing, you've got to be happy with what you're doing, and it's an emotional requirement, and you've got to be competent with what you're doing. Because if you're not competent, you're going to struggle. You're not going to see the fruits of your labour. So what I say then is that you have to enjoy the day-to-day stuff, the day-to-day grinding, leverage out as much as possible, of course, but still enjoy what you're doing. I enjoy talking. I enjoy sharing my ideas. I just think it could be much more efficient and much more leveraged. But you have to enjoy it, because you have to think about the process rather than not so much goals and rewards. Because if you think goal, for example, and you've achieved it, you feel happy for a moment, and then it's like, okay, what's the next thing? I won't be happy again until I get to that stage. So you're always chasing the wind. Whereas if you're thinking processes and goals, you're always thinking, have I hit the goal today? Have I done a video? Have I done 4 videos? Have I recorded? Have I done stuff? Yes I have. Great, I'm on target. Understand where you want to be, reverse engineer it, break it down, understand it, create a path, whatever, and say, okay, I need to record, say, 4 videos a day, or the equivalent of 4 videos a day, YouTube live, this many times a week, on a podcast, infrequently, but I need to be inviting people all the time. And of course, this stuff can be outsourced and leveraged, because income producing activities, as I said a few minutes ago, but also at the same time, if you've got a tick box of things to do, every day, repetitive tasks, then that means you're on track. It's like, yes, we're on track, and we know that we'll get there eventually, as opposed to saying, oh, this is what I want to do, and I'm not there yet, I'm not happy till I reach it, and then you do reach it, and then it's like, okay, great, I've reached it, but now I need to get to that level, and so I'm not happy until I get to that level, because it's all relative, you see. It's all relative. So it's all relative, so you have to be aware of that. Think processes, and the grind, and the day-to-day, as opposed to just goals and rewards, because the rewards and you'll hit the goals anyway by thinking about processes, and you'll get the rewards anyway by having the right setup, having the sales funnel and the product and all the rest. It's also worth understanding that information you find on the internet, whether on YouTube or Google or wherever else, that information's value is exactly what you pay for it. 0. There's a big difference between price and value. Price is what you pay, value is what you get. So if you don't pay it, if this video, for example, and other videos on YouTube, you're not paying anything for it, not directly, give me £1 before you get to watch the video. It's not like that. So you pay nothing and you're going to get something back. But what you're going to get back is questionable. What knowledge, what information? Because you can search different topics on YouTube and you can watch loads of stuff. Okay, but is that information valuable? Is it value? Remember, price is what you pay, value is what you get. So when you want to learn stuff, when you go into Google and YouTube, most of the time when I go on YouTube, the first result is bollocks. Page 1 is bollocks. It's often page 3 to 5 where all the good stuff is. But you have to be really specific in your search criteria. Because if you say something like how to make money, if you go into Google right now and type in how to make money online and look at the first result, the advice will be utter bullshit and basic bollocks. Basic shit. It'll be like, understand how much to make per hour. Okay, fair enough. Understand that customers want to buy stuff. Okay. Understand that you have to sell what the customer wants. Right, okay, fair enough. Understand your profit margin. Okay, anything more nitty gritty? Because that's useful if you know nothing, which is great. But when you're more advanced, when you went, oh, I know this already. Anything new? Anything worthwhile? No, it's shit. And that's where you have to go to mentors. You have to subscribe to people. You have to learn, buy books, work with people, because they'll say, yeah, okay, if you want to make money online, consider your customer acquisition cost, consider your sales funnel, consider inbound marketing. If you're selling a weed killer, and as an analogy, if you're selling weed killer, don't talk about your ingredients. Talk about the customer's crabgrass. Join the conversation in their head. Things like that. And use the VRIN model, VRINE, when it comes to content creation. And also, when you want to build an online platform, you can use the PVPI formula to get attention and awareness and getting traffic and sales. This kind of shit you won't find on page 1 of freaking Google or freaking YouTube. You won't find it there. You have to dig deeper than that. You have to pay people to learn their stuff. You think Jeff Bezos think, oh, I don't know what the fuck to do with Amazon, or how the hell do I do this? I'm gonna Google it. No, he's got freaking advisors. He's got people he rings up and professionals and geniuses that he pays thousands and thousands, mate. And I got a problem with the contract. This little detail here in the contract with this deal I've got going off. Oh yeah, Jeff, you X, Y, and Z, A, B, C, blah blah blah. Yeah, thanks a lot. Yeah, he's good. He's good for his money. Yeah. He doesn't piss. He might do. You never know. He doesn't piss onto YouTube and Google and how to sign a contract, how to do this or how to do that. He's not bollocking around because he knows that he's got experts with him. Henry Ford, he was put on trial at one point because the people thought he was ignorant. He was an ignoramus. I can't remember when this was. I think it was just before the Model T or just after. Probably after. And he said to the lawyer attacking him, saying, look, he essentially said, look, I don't need to know this shit. I've got experts that I pay that have done this for years and years and years. So if I want to know who signed the Declaration of Independence, don't ask me, ask him. Or you ask me, I'll ring him up, he'll give me the answer and I'll tell you. It's leveraging, but also at the same time, it's just the advice you get in the world is exactly what you pay for it. So be aware of that. If you go into YouTube and just search how to make money online, I can guarantee you up to 80%, 50%, maybe 100% of the page 1 results, depending on a few of the variables, will be utter bollocks. How to make money online, you're going to say, well, you need to sell something. Oh, you don't say. You need to think of your customer. Who's your customer? Yet you don't say. Anything worthwhile, any big breakthroughs? Yeah, understand customer acquisition costs, as I said earlier. You need to have a damn good margin. A little secret to success. Change the status quo. That's something you want to consider. That in and of itself is worth billions, by the way. I got that from a billionaire as well. If you want to be successful, change the status quo. An interesting thing is he says that all the time, but no one ever listens. So it's like, oh, I'm going to listen then. So the information you're going to get out there, and that's going to teach you how to make money online. Most of the time, it's going to be a bit of bollocks. But understand that the more you have to pay for something, the more you're going to get back. Because understand this also. When I ask, let's say I've got a product that's £1,000 and you buy it, you give me 1,000. That then puts me on pressure to give you £1,000 or £10,000 worth of value. You pay me £1,000. I need to now give you and deliver £10,000 worth of value in information, advice, research, hours spent making mistakes, stuff like that. If you paid nothing for it, you're going to get nothing back. What's 0 times 0? Nothing. 0. So be aware of that. There's a massive difference between price and value, and the information you're going to find out there, chances are it's a bit of bollocks, especially if it's free. The more you pay for it, the more you're going to get back. I've got an accountant. I pay him, and I get financial advice. I get unbiased, professional advice on what the hell I'm doing and what the fuck I'm doing wrong. Exactly the same online. Be aware of that. Also, do not jump onto trends. Do not think, oh, this thing, this hat, this product, the fidget spinner is selling. Oh yeah, let's get into fidget spinners. Yeah, let's sell fidget spinners by the boatload. Great, let's do that. No, it's here today, gone tomorrow. A year from now, where's fidget spinner you're gonna be? Don't jump on trends. Well, actually, I got a few other advice to say to that, but that's for another video. Don't bother with trends. Bother with like what's fads. Don't bother with fads because they come and go. Look at like bigger trends that's happening in the world. Like clothing, that's not going to go anywhere, for example. So if you sell that kind of stuff, it's much more has a much more longevity. You have to really think for yourself in business. You can't just like a trend. Yeah, fads, fidget spinners. Yeah, great. No one cares. You know, a year from now, where are they going to be? Like Scoobies in 2006 and Beanie Babies in like 2000. Where are they today? Forgotten about. Gathering dust. Or they're thrown away in a landfill site. Forget it, move on. Don't bother with like fads. Also, understand this, that the secret to success is to engage in more voluntary transactions. So essentially, the secret to success is create more excuses for your customers to pay you, and create more, and give more to your customers. Do more for them, because when you do more for your customers, they're going to give you more back. When you help them get what they want, they're going to help you get what you want, and that is invaluable. I've recently learned there's 3 C's to success. It's if I remember now, commitment. No. Oh. Consistency, cooperation, and I'm pretty sure it's commitment. Where you're staying consistent and committed to your cause, consistent and committed to your cause, but also at the same time learning, pivoting, tweaking, changing strategies, learning new things. Okay, you do this, do that, blah blah blah. New tactics, new methods, whatever. But also at the same time cooperate. You need to cooperate with influencers, cooperate with other people in the world. I started a podcast recently. The Entrepreneur, a Remarkable Entrepreneur podcast, essentially sharing stories about people who are remarkable already and what they're doing, what they believe in. And I'm saying, by working with them, I'm building networks and contacts. It's the Oprah Winfrey effect, by cooperating with people. Oprah Winfrey. What is Oprah Winfrey really famous for? She's really famous because of a thing called the halo effect. You're not going to find that anywhere on YouTube in a business context. The halo effect. If she's got on her show loads of famous people all the time, then they're going to perceive her as famous because she knows everyone else. And the people are eventually going to say over time, to get really famous, you have to be on the Oprah Winfrey Show. Nothing particularly special about her. It's just that she's interviewed people like Tom Cruise, who knows who else, David Beckham, for example. If she's pictures and videos of her appearing with them over the years, Robert Kiyosaki, then suddenly people are going to see her as really cool and famous. It spills over, so cooperation is invaluable. And this is something I've learned very recently, in the past month or so. Cooperation is invaluable when it comes to business. And depending on schedule and limitations, you need to dive straight in, because there's a lot to learn from working with other people. Now, the question of the day, because I always do a question of the day, my question of the day to you is, what mistakes are you making online when making money? What are you doing wrong? What are you doing wrong that instinctively, inherently, you know it's not working, deep down inside you, whether here or here, you know it's not right, but you're doing it anyway? What are you doing that you know is wrong? Comment below, but also while you're down there, click on the subscribe button below and press the bell notification right next to it, because remember that this channel is all about helping you become a remarkable entrepreneur. So click on the subscribe button and press the bell notification right next to it. How cool is that?